Saul Castaneda with Mcscgreenwheels, and I am here at home. Grime. That's right, buddy. Look at that. Hey everyone, this is Saul Castaneda with Mcscgreenwheels, and I'm at home. So what I'm showing you right now, man, these are our 94 Cobra Caliper rear calipers. We are getting ready to go see Mr. John Goggin at All-Star Powder Coating a little bit further out on the east side of Chicago. And what we're doing, these guys, you guys seen the video of our handy dandy cameraman putting on some rust dissolver all over this. Mr. Tamba got all the rust off of this, as you can tell. I mean, that's about as good as it's going to get compared to how they came in. Now what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and just get them sandblasted and coated. But I decided to go ahead and take these apart right now, because as you guys can tell, these things are hideous. So I'll give you a quick walkthrough on how to take it apart. You know, it's not the safest way, but you know, we got to get these done today. Look at that. Ugh. Look at that bottom ring right there. Look at that. Got to get all that cleaned up. Look at this. This should be coming out of here, but it's stuck in there. All this has got to get cleaned up. We're going to get new kit. Gets you the rubber seals that you need. This seal gets you this seal right here, and the one back in here, because you can tell how this one is. It's all this where some of your brake fluid will leak out of it. This little lever here controls your emergency brakes, and so it's really nothing really stops it. It's just controlled by this little guy that goes at the bottom of him right here. So when you move this guy, he spins your piston, locks your brake, then brings it back. Simple when you remove it. But as you can tell, this thing's crap. It has been sitting in rust for God knows how long. So we're just going to take them apart, and we're going to send the parts out that we need and want powder coated, and we're going to keep the rest that we are going to clean up and use here. So pretty much this stuff right here, like the hardware and components, is what I'm going to keep. So I'm going to show you real quick. Like I said, not the safest, but the quickest way for me to take this apart. Alright, so bear with me real quick, guys. Watch your eyes. Oh, I'm going to take that thing off because we don't need it. We're not going to use any of those, but at least this is ready to get cleaned up, you know, and coated. So we'll put that away. A couple of things that we're going to send out to Mr. Goggin. We had one of our spindles done before, so we just want to make sure that we have a left and a right. Bam. So we're going to get this one done. We're going to get our anti-moan bracket for your front. So we're going to be using the 94 spindles, and this will be going with our 86 4-eye that we will be using the Maximum Motorsports front end. So one of the things that we want to let you guys know how to figure out what's a 94 95 spindle. There's a number stamped back here. I don't know if you can really get it on there. It's F4Z8AA Alpha Alpha. The F4 right in front, that tells you this is a 94 spindle. If there's a 5 there, it's a 95 spindle. The 8 double alpha is left, and you're right. Your 7 AA, F4Z 7 AA. So yeah, this is my right, and that's my left. So that's how you tell the difference, and that's how you can tell what spindles you have. If it's an F4, it's a SN94 spindle. If it's an F5, it's a 95 spindle. So don't get duped. And the reason we do that, it's with the SN94 spindles, brings your tires in just a little bit. And you know, if you have your 96 style, they push it out, I think, an inch, maybe an inch and a half. I'm not entirely sure, but I know it's around that area. So remember, these 94s bring your tires in, the 96s push them out. So they're a little wider out. So now that we got that settled out of what we're taking, we're also going to take our brake brackets, because for the rear caliper setup that we're going to be using, it's the Cobra brackets. So got those from LMR. We're going to be taking our brake caliper brackets, and of course we set our anti-moan. And what we want them to do is we're going to want them to match it up to kind of look like this. So we're just taking this guy for color purposes, and this is on all aluminum Cobra replica caliper, so you guys can tell. So super light. So we're gonna go ahead, these are new, we're not gonna powder coat this, we're gonna give these a clear coating. That's all we're gonna do to those, but we just wanna go ahead and match the color to it. A couple of things that we're gonna take in is going to be our differential, and this is our 8.8 differential that we're going to be dropping our 373 gear, our 31 spline axles, and we're going to give it the MCSC rear end treatment, as you guys have seen. KSD, Sergeant Reckless, and the Grunt, we got it. We took care of that. So now the sandbox will be getting it. We're also going to be taking our bumpers here, and we're having a hard time finding these bumper shocks here, and so we're just going to get these sandblasted. We're not. I don't think you can coat these because then you might damage the inside of this. So we're just gonna get these sandblasted, and then we're gonna put on some rust prevention paint on there. Actually, we're gonna bring them back, you know, and then just give it a nice sanding, and then put some rust proofing paint, maybe some clear, just something that'll stop them from looking like this. Because I mean, it's exposed metal. It's underneath, and it's gonna take a beating. It holds your bumper. So we get it. But we were having a hard time locating these, so just to save for an 86, anybody out there got an 86 4i that got spare one of these that look good, which I doubt. I hear you, which I doubt. Guys, that's why we're just gonna avoid the headaches, get them cleaned up, send them in, get them, and like I said, all we're gonna do to these is just get them sandblasted. They have a bigger sandblaster than what we have, and it'll take seconds. So, you know, they'll probably just toss those in. Those are great guys. They help us out a lot. So that's what we're going to do. So what I'm going to do right now is go ahead and take apart that other caliper real quick. Mind you, not the safest. Yeah, see, we're going to have to clean the inside of that. So I'm going to take this one apart. I'll show you on a separate video when I take this apart, because there's the insides and tumblers and stuff like that. Got to make sure you don't lose any of that and stuff. It's got some weight to it. But, man, you can see, you know, these calipers were in rust for a long time. They must have been in water, and it just got really bad. Off of eBay, man. So I mean, hey, you get what you pay for. No big deal, as long as we can fix it. Nothing was gonna get through that. And so, like I said, look at that. That goes in there. When you get your kit, now this guy sits on top of this guy, so these are very important because they also go for the screw for the piston screw. So now I'm in the kit. We're gonna get, like I said, pretty much all this, and maybe a couple other rings, snap rings with it. I think there's one more missing here, but anyways, yeah, this is kind of what you're gonna get in your kit. So when you do, just make sure everything's cleaned up, nice and smooth, no nicks on your barrel, on your piston, and this is just trash now. But for the time being, I'm gonna throw it in the bag. So this is how we got them. You guys can tell, looks nasty. So what we're gonna do real quick, it's not the safest, but it just sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, oops, went too far. That's how it came out. Not damaged, but nothing that we can't fix either. So I tore it off. It's not gonna work for me anymore, so it doesn't really matter. It's in there. There it goes. So this guy, as you guys know, these spin out. So when you go to do your brakes, you gotta spin them back in. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna spin him all the way out. Try not to mar up the top so much. You know, I'm just holding on pretty tight and spinning. This guy is really in there. There's been, we don't know, we got these calipers from eBay, you know. We figured we knew we were going to do this build, so we picked these up. Now, part of the OMCSC. Oh, that's awesome. Is all about recycling. And this one is not as bad internally as the other one was, because the other one was really bad and nasty. But yeah, there you go. There's that. It's a good thing I'm getting rid of this carpet. There we go. That's that. There's another one in here. That will need to come out. There we go. Alright. Now, this guy here, there's a little lock ring down there that a lot of times that spring doesn't have a whole bunch of tension, but you can't really get anything down there. So what I use is just a long screwdriver. Try to hold this down with one of these as best I can. Like I said, not a whole bunch of tension, so it won't throw you back. There it is. There we got it, see? And that's out. Alright. Now there's that little washer I told you about, so gotta make sure that thing comes out. There it is. There's that. There's one more. It's really kind of filthy in there. Just clean off some of that trash. There it is. Alright. Now, I'm going to spray some PB blaster in here. And there's that little ring down there. There's no real way to do it. I just use a rag and some pliers. Try not to mar the threads on the screw. Oops. Let's do that. Give it a second. Let it work its way in. And what I'll do, I'll move this guy back and forth because he's stuck too. And he is going to give me, there we go. Yeah, see, he's moving. So that means the PB blaster's getting in there. See, a lot of times you can just pull on this and it'll come out. So what I'll do, put this around it. Yeah, he's stuck in there. I just want to make sure that I'm not marring these, destroying this thread here. So I'm going to go ahead and fix this again. Is. This little guy is what moves him up and down. He goes right in there, nothing holds it, and then he sits right here at the bottom. So let me go ahead and pull this guy out. Bam. See what I mean? Just sits there like that. So as it moves, straightens out, pushes out, comes back. That's all it does. Pretty cool. So we'll keep that. And the rest is off the coating. Look at that seal. Oh, wow. There we go. leader. I hope I can remove it. There we go. Yeah, nothing was working there. Take this one off. Make sure we get everything out of there. Alright. And get that guy off. 1994 rear caliper, Cobra caliper, ready for powder coating. So, what did we learn today? Don't do it at the back of your Jeep. So let's get down to coating, guys. Put this away.
Okay. But and we got some fine that I can do this with. I'll have them do this stuff, you know, just to get it out of the way for you. And then
yeah, and
this will be blasted.
Just blast it.
Take this.
Yeah, and I can pick that up. Same thing with those two down there.
Okay.
I just need them blasted, and I'll pick them up because I think they're like charged with something. So we're just gonna put a coat on them, like a primer coat.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it. We have a sealer primer coat that we're gonna use on them. Kind of like it looks like that gray right there.
Yeah.
Already. So that's all we're gonna do with them and just reinstall them. As far as like the brake stuff right here, these brackets, mounting brackets, calipers, and everything. I mean, it's probably gonna need a blast because it's pretty shitty. I mean,
well,
it's just crappy.
With this stuff, you were saying this color.
But we wanted that color, yeah, like that caliper color.
Okay.
So it's kind of like an aluminum color, like this. So yeah, if we could do that with them, that'd be great. I don't know, whatever, because there's still some chunky stuff on there. Because these were like heavily pitted.
How about doing the clear like I did last time?
We can do the clear. I mean, the other ones came out pretty good. They look like that, but the other ones were aluminum. These are steel, that's why. And the aluminum looks a little different. That's why.
Yeah. Well, let me blast them and see what they look like, and then I'll figure out I can do this color or whatever.
Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, so it's two black, two blasted. Aluminum.
Okay.
They're called the little funny ones called anti-moaning brackets.
Yeah.
Yeah, backing brackets. How's John doing? Good. Good. Birthday recently, a little bit ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, a week ago or so.
Yeah. It's still dark, right? Alright, hey everyone, now you just saw us get here to All-Star Coatings and met up Mr. John Goggin here and dropped off all our equipment. We dropped off the bumper shocks, and those are just going to get sandblasted, and then we're going to bring them back and do the primer that we've done to the car, which is that sealer primer, just to avoid all that rust again. We also dropped off one spin though, because we already had one priority coated, and that's going to be done black with our differential. That's going to be housing our 8.8 373 gear that we got, along with our axles and all that good stuff. So that's going to get coated black as well, along with the anti-moan brackets and the backing brackets to the brakes in the rear. Our calipers and our caliper brackets will be done in an aluminum color, just so it will match the rest of the other calipers that we have for it, and we're just going to make them look nice and shiny. So right now we're just getting ready to hit the road. Hey, I want to thank everybody watching us on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the support. Please keep hitting those likes. Please keep subscribing. If you like the content, let us know. If you need someone, if you know someone that may need some help with it, direct them to us. Guys, next video coming up. Please subscribe. Next 2 videos coming up. We'll see you guys soon.